More than $70,000 in debt. That's how much cash Washington Local Schools is losing due to unpaid cafeteria meals. And it's a problem that's not going away. I-Team reporter Christina Williams explains why the school district is stuck in the middle.
Daily lunch in the cafeteria. At Meadowvale Elementary, staff members have serving down to a science.
And then Texas toast.
It starts with a lineup and some help from the teachers.
2 chickens and ranch and 1 without chicken.
Before a quick exit.
Chicken ranch, no croutons.
Cindy Boback is the nutrition manager at Meadowvale. She's worked for Washington Local Schools for 24 years.
They have the best subject. I really do. I get them for 5-10 minutes and it's all a blessing right then.
The reality is, for some students, the hot lunch might be the only meal they get all day. And in some cases, they can't afford to pay.
When they come through and they don't have that money or they don't have enough, what do?
We feed them. It's my job to feed the kids, serve the kids.
The issue isn't just at Meadowvale. The trend of kids not having money for food is district-wide. In fact, the numbers are staggering. The I-Team uncovered more than $72,000 of lunch debt across Washington Local Schools. Here's a breakdown by building. Whitmer makes up nearly a third of the debt with more than $25,000. The other 10 schools range from a couple hundred to more than $9,000 in debt.
It really just shows the situation that some of our families are in. I mean, nobody wants to have debt. So if there's debt, there's a reason. And we want kids to eat. So we're always going to feed them and we'll kind of take on that debt. And sometimes we do get paid and parents get to situations where they can, but sometimes it's something that we just have to own.
Kristine Martin is the superintendent for Washington Local. She says even if a child doesn't have the money to pay, they still get fed.
Kids haven't had something to eat. They're just not going to learn. They're not going to focus, and that's our job, is to teach them.
During COVID, all students in the district received free breakfast. After that cash ran out, Washington Local decided to take money from the budget to continue offering breakfast at no cost to all students every day. But with lunch, it's a different story.
It's never a student's fault that they can't pay for a lunch.
Here's what's happening. Washington Local is losing thousands of dollars because families don't have the money to pay for lunch, and the district doesn't meet those federal requirements to help cover the cost of meals.
Right now, nearly 62% of the district's 7,000 students qualify for free or reduced meals. That percentage is not high enough for some grants, leaving state and federal funding to bridge the gap off the table. And the school district isn't alone. According to the Education Data Initiative, more than 30 million students across the country cannot afford to pay for meals. And the average lunch debt per student tops $180 every year. In the meantime, the lunch debt numbers are growing. And that bill becomes a burden for students.
I was at the high school for many years, and sometimes when kids graduate, that debt follows. It follows you. So now you're a senior and you're graduating, and your diploma, you don't get that copy until your debts are paid.
The saying, no such thing as a free lunch, rings true. But for Miss Cindy,
You are good, buddy.
that's a problem for the parents,
Have a good lunch.
not the students, who could be silently struggling.
It's very important to me that they feel secure, happy, and loved. Very important.
For comparison, Toledo Public Schools is able to offer free breakfast and lunch to all students in grades K through 12 because their families meet the income requirements. As for Springfield, which has a similar size to Washington Local, a spokesperson says they have just under $5,500 in lunch debt. Meanwhile, at Washington Local, leaders still trying to find a workaround here. To find additional funding for student lunches, the plan is to push every family to fill out an application for free or reduced lunch with the hopes of boosting the number of students who do qualify and eventually being able to offer every student breakfast and lunch daily without a bill. Reporting for the I-Team, Christina Williams, 13 Action News.